beef stroganoff using homemade mushroom soup. But first, please take a moment right now. Hit the subscribe button before you forget. If you like old-timey skills, cooking from scratch in a handmade home, welcome to my community. My name is Jersey. Let's jump right in. Today we're going to be making beef stroganoff with the mushroom soup that we made the other day. This is going to be quick and easy. I'm going to use about a heaping tablespoon of ghee to saute the onions and the garlic that I already pre-minced, so you don't have to sit and watch me do it. I have one medium onion and one garlic finely minced. I'm going to put the Instant Pot on saute method. I'm going to be doing the pot inside of a pot method, which means once this sautés, I'm going to add the meat in here and then put water in and then give it almost like a water bath. Otherwise, I find out if I were to put that in the bottom, since it also has like a milk mixture in it, it will stick. So I'm gonna saute this, get it really tender. It'll probably take about 2-3 minutes, and then I will be back to show you how I'm gonna cook the meat and do my Instant Pot method. This is top round for stir fry or fajitas, prepackaged, thinly sliced. I usually buy my own meat, partially freeze it, and then slice it thinly myself. I'm going to put this in with the onions and the garlic, and I'm going to lightly brown it. Coarse sea salt and a little bit of pepper. Today I'm going to use a little soy sauce. I usually use liquid smoke, but I didn't grab it out of the pantry. This is how I freeze the mushroom soup in a canning jar. Put it hot into the glass canning jar. It actually seals itself. I let it cool and then I freeze it. I didn't have time to thaw it today, hence why I'm doing the pot inside of a pot Instant Pot method. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of this. Optional, you do not have to. The saute method is still enhanced. Add all your meat strips at once. If I was doing this on my electric skillet, I would be doing this very, very low temperature until the meat was thoroughly cooked and very, very tender. Then I would add my thawed cream of mushroom soup and simmer it very, very low for another 10 to 15 minutes. Right now, I'm only trying to brown it very lightly. It will finish cooking as it's pressurizing. Add your liquid smoke or soy sauce if you're using it, and your salt and pepper at this point. Immediately, the cold beef, even though it's on saute, turned it down automatically, which is what we want. While this is cooking, go ahead and start your egg noodles. We use 4 cups of dried noodles, which gives us around 8 cups of cooked noodles. We'll get 3 full meals out of this because it's just the 2 of us. And I'll make buttermilk biscuits one day. One day I might make buttermilk rolls. You can also have this over rice. This can also be made once you add the mushroom soup. You can eat this as like a steak mushroom sandwich. We love it in a bread bowl. I'm just trying to work some of the red ones down. And since it's sliced very thin, it won't take long to cook, especially I'm going to be putting it under pressure. Now with the saute method, you can't put a lid on this. It shuts it down. You can lightly offset it if you want to kind of steam it. Now for the frozen soup, I do not use the skillet method. If it wasn't frozen, I'd be doing this in the skillet. Okay, well now I'm going to scoop the meat out, put it in with the frozen mushroom sauce. Now I'm going to be adding a little past the 2 mark because you need that water. This is how I do in the winter time the large batches of oatmeal that Ray and I eat. I cannot stand thick and sticks to the bottom. So I do a pot in a pot. That's what it's called, PIP, a pot in a pot method. This is very heavy tempered glass. You can't do that with your normal thin glass. I wouldn't recommend it. So I'm going to cancel the saute method because it wouldn't work anyway. I'm going to put the lid on tight. You want it tight because that water can come up and get into your soup. This one you don't have to worry about venting or sealing. It does it automatically. Just check your Instant Pot. I'm going to put it on manual, high pressure, 15 minutes, start. And that's it. I'm going to go make the egg noodles while this is cooking, and when that is done, I'll be back. We have our egg noodles nice and hot. These are the large little bowls we bought the other day. I did the release. You could actually let it go natural. Careful when you open it up slowly. It's going to be very hot. You can tell by the water if it was really colored, then a lot of this boiled over, which it did not. I'm gonna incorporate all the soup. This will thicken up as it stands, and here's another time, if you really wanted it a lot thicker, which I do not because it will thicken, you can add a little arrowroot, flour, or whatever thickener you would like. I prefer it more on the liquid side since I'm not eating it as a soup. Really, really good. And it had a little frozen part on the bottom. Full disclaimer, why it would be a lot thicker if it was all thawed, but we got enough for our meal. I'm just gonna let that sit in there. It'll melt down, it'll be all thawed for next meal. I'm gonna put the lid back on so it doesn't dry out. Once you stir it and it melts and stir it again, it really comes back to a thickened soup like it was originally made. We did not add any extra thickener. My point is, if it's a little bit partially frozen, stir well, and don't forget to check out the video on how I made this mushroom soup. This picture does not show it, but we added a dollop of sour cream when we sat down at the supper table to eat this. And if you have made it this far, again, thank you so much. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. And if you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button over to the right, all bell notification. We have all types of things going on, timey skills, cooking from scratch, crafts. Stay tuned and hope to see you on the next video.